Peace, blessings, much respect, much love. It's your boy, the Ghetto Guru, aka Shango, coming back with another spiritual message. Hope everything is well with y'all. Hope everything is going great with your day. And if not, hope the rest of your day get better. But I got a message for y'all. I'm going to get straight into it. So, the title for this video is going to be It's Not You. Some people just don't want help. It's not you. Some people just don't want any help. So I got this channel message a few days ago. So I wasn't going to do the video today, but I'm like, you know what, let me just get it out the way now instead of waiting for tomorrow. So I was just picking that energy up that some people out there was feeling like that and, you know, wondering in their mind because, you know, that's just a regular human thing to ponder about when you try to, you know, help somebody you love, somebody you know, especially when they come to you and they ask for advice or you know, they venting about something and, you know, just opening up and being vulnerable about a situation to you. So the natural human thing for somebody that has empathy is to help, is to try to find a solution for a problem, right? So, but sometimes when you do that with certain people, it's like it goes through one ear and out the other because you tell them something. Maybe you was in that same position or you know somebody that was and you knew how you got out of it or they got out of it and you give them a solution and sometimes they don't take it. Sometimes they just let it go through one ear out the other and they just act like you didn't tell them no plan to execute rather for them to get out of that situation. And it will make you upset sometimes. It will make you confused. It will make you feel like you're not being heard. Sometimes if you take it personal like that, because you know, like I said, the natural human thing is to find solutions for problems. And when somebody gives you a solution to a problem, you're gonna do it. But unfortunately, when it comes to helping certain people, they don't use the solution that somebody else gave them, because that's due to people not really want help. Everybody doesn't want help, and I had to learn that the hard way. And when I say that, I don't mean in a way of talking like monetary help of stuff like that. And when it comes to those types of situations, I'm talking about when it comes to speaking to somebody, giving them some information, or just giving them advice about something, you know, that's relatable or something you went through, or you just know what to say to help them get out of the situation. So I had to learn that the hard way, that some people don't want help. And I'll give you some reasons why. One of the main reasons is because they don't really want to get out that situation. Some people just like for people to be in air to them, for you to listen to them, rather, excuse me. And they really don't want help. They really don't want a solution. They really don't want to solve it. They really don't want to find a way out. They just want somebody to listen to them complain. So it's a good thing as well for us. I'm going to tell you why, because you get to differentiate the different type of people that you could run into when it comes to those situations. So what I mean by that, by differentiate, is that you'll be able to tell who really wants help and who doesn't, who wants somebody just to listen to them and don't want no type of feedback or help or anything. They just want somebody to agree with them. And you'll be able to differentiate who really does want the help, and they actually want somebody to give them solid advice, and they're actually going to use the advice no matter who it's coming from, as long as it's somebody that has a very good intention behind it to tell them, you know, what to do to help them. So it's a good thing for us. So that's one reason why people do it. Like I said, they don't really want the help. They just want somebody to listen to them. So, but that's good for people like us, because we can differentiate what type of person it is and why they doing it, and how do we handle the situation so we don't get upset if they don't take the advice. We don't take it personal. We feel like we're not being heard. So these are just different things that you will come across. Another thing could be, this is another one. Thank you, God. Another reason why people do that is because sometimes it's the messenger. And when I say messenger, I'm talking about you. So sometimes you could tell somebody something that you love or you're close to, sometimes even people that's in relationships and friendships, and you could have the right advice, know what you're talking about, but for some reason they just don't listen to you when you give them the right advice. But if somebody else tells them the same thing, they'll take that advice like that, do it, and they'll come tell you too, like, oh, such and such told me to do this, or they told me to do that, and it worked, and you'll be sitting there like, yo, I just told you that last week. I told you that last month. I told you the same thing. And it'll really, sometimes it'll get you upset because you'll take it personal, trying to understand like why are they doing that. I told them the same thing. Is it something about me? And for some people they'll start questioning themselves. They'll start taking it personal, feeling they're not being heard, or the person just don't trust them. And it could go that deep with it, or you'll just not understand. But that's another reason that I found out when I paid attention to differentiate the types of people that do these things, and of who's really want help, who really wants help and who really doesn't. So that's another reason. Like I said, number one was they don't really want the help because they don't want a solution. They just want somebody to complain to. They don't really care about getting out of it. They'll sound like it when they complain about the situation, but they don't really want help. That's the first reason. And number two is just like I said, sometimes it's the messenger. It could be you telling them something and everything you're saying is correct and they know it too, but for some reason, because it's you, they don't listen, but they'll go listen to the same exact advice that you told them from somebody else and use it and then come tell you. So that's reason two. So the reason why that happens as well, why they'll not take it from you, because sometimes it's something about certain people that have a certain energy about them, a certain light, charisma, and just their character is just pure in nature. When I mean pure in nature, I don't mean perfection. I mean pure as far as their intention towards the world and people. Their intentions are always good, and they're always trying to help people and not just worrying about themselves. They worry about others as well. So when it comes to people that have that type of energy and those characteristics and that, that type of morals and values and principles about themselves, they rather not take it for you because they feel like, oh, I don't want to give them credit, or I don't want to always make them feel like they're right, or no, they're already big-headed, or they already think they're all that. People come up with all type of crazy stuff, and none of that could be true. But to them, because how they see how people view you and take to you, they will come up with that in their head, like, oh, that person is this, or everybody like them, or they always doing something perfect, or so on purpose, they won't take your advice because it's you, because they don't want to give you that validation to make you feel like you was right, even though they know what you saying is right, but they'll go do it for somebody else because they feel like, oh, I could validate them. I'm cool with that. So you also have to put that into play as well. So this is what I'm saying. We have to learn how to tell the difference of when you're listening to somebody complain and they complaining, you could be like, okay, they don't really want no advice. And then, like I said, it's a good thing for you because then you know how to handle the situation. So if it is somebody that just want to come complaining but they don't want no help, you can learn how to feel over people in conversations, and you'll learn how to handle those type of people that do that by, okay, they don't want advice. I'm just going to listen. I'm just going to listen to the situation. I say my piece here and there. And then once they get it off their chest, go about their business. All right. And that's how you handle that situation. If you was to handle it the way you did before, like, oh, you could do this, you could do that, you could do this, all they're going to do is fight you back or this, or just it's going to go out one ear and out the other, and you're going to be the only one upset or annoyed with them. So that's the best way to handle it when people do that. And for the people that actually do want the help and advice, and they come, talking to you about something they actually do want the help, then that's when you learn, okay, how to give the feedback, how to give the advice, how to say what you're going to say, and the tone and the manner and the mannerisms rather with it, so you can know how to get that delivery right to them for them to receive it, because that's always important, how you deliver the message, because you can't deliver the message the same way to everybody. Some people you got to do it gentle, some people you got to do it slow, some people you got to tell them steady fast, some people just got to go raw, all out, just hardcore, no holds bar, just all out. So it's annoying at first when people do that, and you notice it, like, yo, why people be complaining? Then we tell them something to help, they don't take it, or they go take it for somebody else and tell them the same thing. Like, you'll not understand, and it'll have you in confusion. But these are some of the reasons, like I said. Sometimes it's just they don't really want no help. Another reason is because they don't want to take it from you because they feel like you know it all, or you always right, or people look at you a certain way and they look at you in a good light, so they don't want to keep giving you validation and credibility because they feel like you get enough of it, so they'll go take it from somebody else and validate them, which is crazy, but it's just this is what certain people do. Not all, but some people do. So these are different reasons, like I said, that people will do that when it comes to that. And yeah, you just gotta really pay attention so you can know the difference. And like I said, it's annoying at first, but it's a good thing because it teaches you how to talk to people, examine people better, and most importantly, know how to enter in certain conversations, so in certain dialogues and conversations. So you'll learn, okay, I can tell from the tone and the way this person is and how they talking. They just want somebody to listen to them. They don't want no feedback. So I'm gonna just listen. Rather than thinking everybody want advice. And then when you're doing that with everybody, you're not gonna get positive feedback from everybody because everybody don't want that. See what I'm saying? So you'll learn that. Or you'll learn how to avoid those type of people because sometimes people that do that, they could come around too much and start complaining or too much. Then you like, I don't want to always say that, especially if you're going to be talking about the same thing, you don't want to help. So then that's another thing where you can also know how to avoid those type of conversations and those type of people that do that. Versus you'll be able to learn how to tell when people really are about actually getting help when they come and talk about something or vent about something or just ask a question about something, because some people do that. They'll ask you a question about something, you tell them the right answer. You tell them the correct information, they'll know it, and then they'll go do the opposite. And it's like, why you ask me in the first place? So this is just explanation so you can understand why people do some of the craziness that they do when it comes to that. And like I said, at first you won't understand it, but when you watch people and then you put it together and be like, oh, okay, they don't really want help. They just want somebody to complain to. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, this person really want help. Oh, they don't want to take it from me because they look at me like this and this light, and they don't want to give me no validation. So that's why they took it that's why they took the same advice from that person that I told them yesterday, last week, last month, last year, whatever. So just remember that it's not you. Some people just don't want no help. So peace and blessings. My fault, I was taking the time. Peace and blessings. Much respect. Much love. Like I always say to y'all, I love y'all. Keep doing your thing. Stay goal-oriented. And like I always say, whether we run, whether we jog, whether we sprint or crawl, because life is that hard sometimes. You can't run, you can't jog, you can't sprint. Only thing we could do is crawl to our destination. But like I always say, somehow, some way, we got to make it to our destination someday. So peace, blessings, much respect. Much love. I love y'all always. I appreciate y'all. Stay focused. Keep doing your thing. Until the next topic. Peace.